Hi everyone. Hope we are here for grade 3 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 3 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiplication skill builders. The lessons we're going to cover today are multiply by 9, multiply by 10, multiply by 11, and multiply by 12. The math chapter we're on right now is multiplication skill builders. Let's just start with the lesson multiply by 9. Nine times 5. Either you count 5 times 9 or either you count 9 times 5. The answer is exactly same. So if you don't know the multiplication table of 9, you can count the table of 5. So 9 times 5 equals 45. The correct option is 45. Let's just start with the test questions. Nine times 8 equals 72. It is option number 2 is the correct option. So if you still not perfect with the multiplication tables, you have to start working on multiplication tables now. They are very important. 8 times 9 equals 8 times 9 is 72. Option number 1 is the correct option. Nine times 0. So any number when multiplying with 0, the answer is 0. Whatever number it is, the number is answer is 0. So 9 times 0 is 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine times 5 equals 9 times 5 is 45. Very good. Option number 1 is the correct option. Nine times 4. Nine times 4 is 36. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine times 0 is 9 times 0 is 9. 0. 9 times 0 is 0. Option number 1 is the correct option. Nine times 7 equals 63. Option number 2 is the correct option. Nine times 3 equals 27. Option number 1 is the correct option. 9 times 3 is 27. Option number 1 is the correct option. Nine times 3 is 27. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is multiply by 10. So multiplying by 10 is the easiest one. What do you have to do? 10 times 2. You have to do 2 times 1 is 2, and then you have to add a 0. So 10 times 2 is 20. Let's just start with the test questions. Ten times 3, which is the correct option? 10 times 3 equals 30. Option number 1 is the correct option. Ten times 9 equals 90. Option number 2 is the correct option. Ten times 8 equals 80. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Ten times 1 equals 10 times 1 equals 10. Option number 2 is the correct option. Three times 10 equals 30. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Nine times 10 equals 9 times 10 is 90. Option number 2 is the correct option. Six times 10 equals 60. It is option number 1 is the correct option. Ten times 2 equals that is 20. 10 times 2 equals 20. Option number 1 is the correct option. 0 times 10, which is the correct option. 0 times 10 is 0. Option number 2 is the correct option. Seven times 10 equals 70. You can write the answers once. Ten times 8. Eighty-eight is option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiply by 11. 11 times 6, which is the correct option. 11 times 6 is 66. Let's just start with the test question directly in the easiest table like 10. So 2 times 11 equals 2 times 11 equals 22. Option number 2 is the correct option. Again, 11 times 2. So either it is 2 times 11 or either it is 11 times 2. The answer is exactly same, right? So 11 times 2 equals 22. It is option number 2 is the correct option. Eleven times 7, which is the correct option. 11 times 7 is 77. Option number 1 is the correct option. Eleven times 7 is 77. Option number 2 is the correct option. Six times 11 is 66. Option number 2 is the correct option. Five times 11 is 55. Option number 2 is the correct option. Eleven times 6 is 60. Option number 2 is the correct option. Eleven times 10 equals 110. Option number 2 is the correct option. We still have 20 minutes. Eleven times 3 equals 11 times 3 is 33. Option number 2 is the correct option. And 11 times 7 is 77. Option number 2 is the correct option. 11 times 11. 121. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. Let's just move on to the next lesson. That is multiply by 12. 8 times 12, which is the correct option. 12 times 8 is 96. Let's just start with the test questions. Twelve times 2. 12 times 2 is 24. 12 times 2 is 24. Option number 2 is the correct option. Twelve times 8 equals. 12 times 8 is 96. Option number 1 is the correct option. 96 it is. Times 0 equals 0 it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Twelve times 1 equals. 12 times 1 equals 12 option, other one is the correct option. Times 10 equals 120 option, number 2 is the correct option. 12 times 7 is 84, it is 12 times 7 is 84 option, number 1 is the correct option. 12 times 9 equals 108 option, number 1 is the correct option. 12 times 6 is 72 option, number 2 is the correct option. 12 times 8 is 96 option, number 1 is the correct option. 96 it is. 12 times 2 equals 24 option, number 2 is the correct option. 12 times 4 equals, that is 48. Option number 1 is the correct option. 12 times 12 equals 144. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 3 math. Chapter we were working on is multiplication skill builders. The lessons we have covered today are multiply by 9, multiply by 10, multiply by 11, multiply by 12. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons you just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lessons, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So if you have any questions, you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Any questions? Great, and that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.